Yeah, record this whole one too.
How much room you got?
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. Seaworld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for their natural environment. We're excited to share their story with all of you here today.
top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We're going to see all that and more. These behaviors contribute to an environment that is full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Today, we'll see the whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen their social bonds and enable them to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team is what makes them the ocean's top predator. Scientifically known as your sinus orca and more commonly known as the killer whale, here at Seaworld, we know them as Patina, Nalani, Malia, Trua, and Makayo. Seaworld's animal training techniques create a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning through positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and care. Through these techniques and our relationships, the whales learn to trust us, and they even learn to take an active role in their very own health and well-being. One of the very first healthcare behaviors that we teach them is called a voluntary blood sample layout. Our whales are taught to roll ventrally or upside down and present their tail flukes just like Trua is showing us here in the slide out. Not only does this give us a great look at their entire body, but it also gives us access to blood vessels, which are easily seen on the white undersides of their tail flukes. Now our veterinarians will collect a blood sample from those very tail flukes at least once a month. And all of the whales are taught to remain calm and relaxed throughout the entire procedure. You may notice our trainers today giving them rub-downs on their bellies, their pectoral flippers, or even those tail flukes. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is one of the many ways that we can reward them for remaining calm during procedures just like this one. And it's also a great way for us to strengthen our relationships with the whales. Now, blood samples are just one of the many ways that we can ensure their health. But another very important diagnostic is weighing them. And to weigh a killer whale, we simply ask them to slide their bodies up and onto a killer whale size scale located in one of our other pools. Notice that when Makayo is slid up, there's a portion of his body from his dorsal fin down to his tail flukes that's still in the water. This is the powerhouse of the killer whale. It's called the peduncle, and it's very muscular and very heavy. With his peduncle still in the water, we wouldn't be weighing him completely. So to fix this, we simply ask him to lift his tail flukes up and out of the water. Training this posture enables us to ensure accuracy. So we know that our younger whales like Makayo are growing properly, and our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Hello everyone, I'm down here by the left side of the stadium. Killer whales love to play, and they learn a lot through mimicry and observational learning. From the moment they're born, they pick up necessary life skills by watching and playing follow the leader with their mothers and other whales. And we're going to put that to the test today with Trua, Makayo, and all of you guys. And joining me down here today to be our leader is my new friend Naya. That means that our killer whales and all of you guys are our followers. So the left side of the stadium, stand up for me. When I count to 3, I want everyone to spin in a circle 2 times. Are we ready? Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. Spin in that circle, everyone. And stop. Because he's got it. Well done, Naya. Now you guys and spy hopping like we're gonna see at the stage. All right, right side of the stadium, I think it's time for a little bit more action. So everyone on the right side, stand up for me. We are going to ask for a breach. Kelly's showing us that hand signal. 2 fingers over our left shoulder. All right, John, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go! That was a nice hand signal. All right, John, get nice and close there. Keep your eyes on that killer whale. It's very important to keep your eyes on the whale because often they're known for breaching, and that comes with a great big splash. Oh my goodness, John, come on over here. You got a little soap there. We had no idea that was gonna happen. You did great. Let's give it up for John, Naya, and our killer whale family. Seaworld's research and the observation of the killer whales in our care has helped shed light on many mysteries. For example, we've learned that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is about 17 months. That's information that would be impossible to obtain in the wild. Some information, however, can only be gained through field research, and that's why Seaworld partners with groups like the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to advance killer whale education. Killer whales are powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when we've seen them hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators. Just about any other ocean animal can be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with spikes of their tail flukes.
So killer whales create waves when they hunt, and they use their tail flukes to stun their prey. You're about to see a demonstration. For our whales, it's a high-energy activity session, but for all of you, it means it's time to get wet. In the wild, their diets are dependent on where they live and the time of year. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Oh.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful.
But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one. One choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got
It's a brand new day. Open up your eyes. Stop along the way. Every different creature, beautiful, unique. It's drowning in a treasure. Far diversity. From the highest high to the deepest deep, so much mystery. We are all inspired.
Soaking everyone. That's awesome.
Miracles